some. That's my leading theory, at least. I don't know if that is true or not, but that's the leading theory. Ooh. Let's go to the pool, just because I want to continue on. Carton car, I already have those. Oh, another key. Amazing. Let's continue. Well, this is going to lead to a dead end down here, so let's just get these out of the way. Trying to get something useful. Ooh, yeah, let's do library. Oh, and we got a new book. The History of Orindia. Orindia? Herbert S. Sinclair. So our uncle took this out. A few years ago. Oh, now us. By Caleb Manning. Oh. Well, this seems important. The name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters is no longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. We must permit our leaders to join us to abandon our past. I, Ajira. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Ajira, by the ascension of the first king, blank, whose name, Orus, would later grace the burgeoning town. I don't know that word actually. Burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Orus was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Orus had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Orus, and by the end of the 1st century, a new kingdom was born. The Second Era. It was the 4th king Blank who split this vast domain in 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the field and the mountains of his great-grandfather, and the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom, the eldest accepted the gift Blank. To the youngest he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not as developed, but a good deal more vast than the elder brother's lot. As to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Araja, a land steeped in tradition. Third Era. As the Second Era drew to a close... Oh, those were the symbols that we saw earlier. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead. As the Second Era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their land, and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives, and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generation of their heirs continued that tradition, and the Third Era was defined by Blank. Commerce between the 3 realms further strengthened their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. Ooh. Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the more that you are not only tolerant but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning, with this letter, the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition, an uncensored copy, of the history of Orindia could be found, it would likely be found within Baron's own collection, but perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I say, well done, fair play, and perhaps on my next visit we'll have a laugh about this after you give me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective von Markle, Redguard. Interesting. So there's most likely another book that is uncensored, hidden somewhere. As the kingdom blank entered the fourth era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolate III was a blank king who was often seen drinking, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well. Can't really read that. These voices planted the seed which took root in the grand city of Fen. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Desolates were renowned as the king of blank. No one, when he made the decision to move castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his common folk. These voices planted the seed which took root in grand city of Fen. Era of Ruin. After the passing of King Desolate III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the Prince Learison of Fen declared himself to be the true monarch. The declaration was bolstered by a number of supporters due to the fact that the Desolates... Oh god, I don't know Roman numerals. Desolate something. Shared little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stomp out and put an end to this insurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets, stained in red. Oh. Was that it? No. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forth to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learison to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years, and saw buried one in 3 every man. Prince Learison himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in his death, he had won. Horus had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and their place, red banners, were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. The current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3, Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Eurasia, once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to go back to here. So I guess, this is a map. So, from what I can gather, this symbol was on the locket in the lady's chambers. Let me bring up notes here. And then it was once again brought up here in this the color worksheet. So we can only presume that the one that's blocked out is the check mark. So these are actually country flags of this era. So we can presume that our great aunt, I believe she was? Yeah, great aunt Clara was a member of whichever nation this is. Perhaps during the war or maybe after the war, it's hard to say. I don't quite understand the timeline here. Interesting. That is very interesting indeed. Right, well, let's see if we can get a unique floor plan. Bookshop. We haven't gotten that one before. That is indeed interesting. Ooh, and another black bishop. Add that to our list. Do, 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 do. Wait, black. Bishop 1, bishop 2 is in the bookshop. Interesting. Okay. Ooh. Books purchased in the bookshop will be permanently added to the library and will be available to check out on your next visit. Oh! So this is literally the book we need, the first edition. Right? Well, oh! Oh, I didn't mean to buy that. I didn't mean to buy that. I wanted to just see if it... Oh. Oh, no, I'm going to just see... Okay, well, I guess we're... Realm and Ruin. Guess we're reading that one. Bennington Herald. A new clue sold out in hours. It should come as no surprise that the latest book from local author Marion Marigold is breaking literary records and making headlines even in Abstinia. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 14 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. Current publisher has issued a statement debunking the conspiracy theories surrounding the book's recent announcement, stating, "The writing of the book was completed and well into the editing stages many months before the disappearance." In addition, the publisher has revealed that all of the proceeds from the first edition, A Sale of the New Clue, will be going to Lasting Hope, a non-profit organization that aims to provide resources and intel into investigations of missing persons. Still, the timing and conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's third book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. Detective Bon Mergel, who many theorize may have been an inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Regardless of their opinion, fans, prudents, and cynics alike were standing together, elbow in elbow in bookshop queues this morning, eager to get their hands on what may very likely be the last words ever published by the missing author. So I should have bought that one. But, okay. Well, we bought a book. It's not the book I would have wanted, considering the other two seem more important, but that's okay. That's fine. Oh, wait, I didn't see paintings in there. Oh, no, I did. There's a tree in the pin, which I already written down. Duh. I did just see those. Alright. Spare bedroom. Ooh, we got the P in the mountain again. And 2 dice? Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Can I eep? I cannot eep. Eep is for the weak. Good night, Thunder. Sleep well. Thank you, thank you. I will try my best to wrap my brain around all the lore happening. Have a good night. I think I have that one written down as well, the dunes and the @ symbol. I'm not sure though. Check my notes, check my notes. I do not. Okay, let me write that down. What is that symbol called? Hold on, I can't remember. I just know it as like the @ symbol. What is it called? An ampersand. Well, that seems a little on the nose. Also known as the and sign. Yeah. Oh, not the @ sign. The @ is the other one. Oh my gosh. I really am tired. Okay. Let's go. Let's write this down. Pantry. Ampersand. Sand. I don't know what to do with that, but that's okay. Dining room. Yeah, let's go to the dining room.